Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today my camera fell. Did it break? No, it did not break, but I have a few more things that has to do with homesteading that obviously we need to show you guys because you get to learn from my failures. So if you like watching these kind of videos, just keep on watching. Alright, don't mind me. I'm always cold-blooded. So I always have a hat on or gloves or like fuzzy socks on. But besides that, that has nothing to do with this. I am actually going to do in this video almond milk and another bread. So the bread is almost done. Ta-da! It's still soft. And it still tastes really good. So that bread, I gave it a 5-star. So this weekend, today's Thursday, so what I realized is that when I made that bread, obviously it was like 2 days later, and by the time I actually baked it was actually on a Monday. I want to do it at least on a Sunday is to do the baking. So in order to do that, what I came to realization doing all the other stuff last time was that I need to take my starter out. So I just took my starter out from the fridge, and it's cold as can be. So I just took it off the fridge. Obviously it does not have probably any bubbles in it. Well, some bubbles, because you know I want to at least try to do it maybe every weekend. It still smells soury, so I'm guessing it is gonna work. So I gotta let it get down to room temperature. Like right now it's cold. So I gotta let it get down to room temperature, and then it gives me 2 days to start the feeding, so I can start the process of getting bubbles. So I'm gonna test that theory out to see if I actually supposed to start 2 days before, and then on Saturday obviously I can make my dough, see if the dough rises, so and then we can bake the bread on Sunday. Now and obviously I don't start the feeding till maybe tomorrow when it's room temperature, or tonight. So I'm gonna leave it out here just like this on top of the counter, so it can be at room temperature. Now, the thing that I'm running out of is almond milk. I usually buy the Febreze. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know what it's called. Wait for it. Almond Breeze. Close enough. I was almost there. And I only have 2 more containers of that. So, of course, I brought me lots of almonds from my favorite place in the world called Amazon. They have these 48 ounces of raw almonds, not roasted, not salted, just regular almonds, for I think it was $9.99, so not bad for 48 ounces. I think I found some at Walmart. I want to say it was like 36 ounces, and those were $9.99. So for the price, not bad. Out of this, I'm gonna see how long they last me and how much milk I get. So we're gonna do that this weekend because I should be low on my milk. So we'll be doing that. So I took out the starter. I'm gonna feed it tonight. I will show you how I feed it. Hopefully it'll work, and we will learn together, people. We will learn together. So stay tuned for the feeding tonight. Alright guys, welcome back to this homesteading day, right? So I wanted to show you the gadgets that we've been actually buying on Amazon that will help us with the homestead that we're currently using now. So here's one of them. It's an apple peeler because we have a load of apples to actually peel and core to make apple cider vinegar. So we're doing apple cider vinegar. We're making snacks of apple snacks dehydrated. And I gotta feed my starter. Not yet, it's still a little early, so we're gonna do that as well. So watch me work. These are already washed and rinsed. I rinsed the whole bag. So let's see. So I get the apple sliced and I get the peels for my vinegar. So that's for the vinegar. These are to dehydrate and the core is for the vinegar. So here's all the apple's core and the apple peels for my vinegar. And here are the apples dehydrating for snacks. So let me continue. Alright guys, here is 2 3-pound bags of apple peels and apple core. And then now I have, this is a half gallon. And I filled up a water with half gallon of water and 3 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm gonna pour it in here until it can't fit no more. Alright, let me actually try to squeeze. You know what's the crazy part is that I do have the actual thing to beat the crap out of this thing. As long as all the apples are underwater. That's what counts, is my guess. And I think it is. So now I'm gonna put this on. Probably could put a little bit more water. No, I'm not gonna put any more water. That's it, and now we're gonna put it with the other one. This is my little one that I created about 3 months ago. It's still not bitter enough, but it does have the cloudiness, so I guess I did a good job. So I'm gonna put this one first, all the way in the back. I'll show you where in a second. I put an alarm on my phone to show you. I put an alarm on my phone to remind me that I need to check it a month from now. So it's right here with the other one covered up in the dark. Hey guys, welcome back. It's the next day and I thought I ought to share that one, my starter did not increase yet, but bubbles are bubbling. So we're gonna feed it today, but my breakfast today is everything homestead. Check it out. Except for the coffee, of course. My homestead jelly. Jelly, see jelly. My homestead bread. I'm about to put some jelly on it. Obviously the coffee is not homestead. And neither is the boiling egg, but hey, eventually when I get to Tennessee I will have homestead eggs, So that's a bonus. Makes me happy. And maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to make my own coffee. Who knows? You never know. Only if I can get some coffee beans. I'm gonna have to ask my friend from Puerto Rico to send me some coffee beans. So, here's me jelly. This is a mixed berry jelly. It's like strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, all mixed in together. So, that's the kind of I like to make on my own. I used to like the grape one, but with diabetes, grape jelly is not very good for you. So, and I don't tend to put a lot of sugar on my jelly, so of course it doesn't become very jelly-like. It's very like a little bit jelly, but I'm okay with that because I don't want a load of sugar. So now that we're all set, I mean, it's still good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it doesn't have all the sugar that people tend to like, which I'm alright with that. And so is my hubby. Let's see. So now we can put this back in the fridge. I just popped it open. And we're gonna feed. Ooh, what is that? I'm gonna feed the starter. Alright guys, so it is about 10 o'clock, but now I'm going to do inventory of everything because we are sacrificing our personal cash, oh son, to pay off debt. So for the month of April, I want to use everything that I have in my pantry, in my canning, in my freezers, you name it. If I got it, I'm cooking something with it. So I'm going to plan for the whole entire month what I'm cooking with what I have in the freezer, so, or in the pantry. So I'm gonna do my inventory. I'm not gonna bore you with that because obviously you know what a freezer looks like, you know what food looks like, but and then I'll be back and show you what I have and what I plan to cook with it. So I'll be back. Alright guys, I did my inventory. And I have a little bit more to do today for this homesteading day. Alright, I just finished the inventory. I hope you can see it. It's a little dark out and gloomy. Check out my to-do list today. Plant onions, plant garlic, start seed planter, food inventory, done. Yes, Lord. Thank you. Alright, so here is the inventory that we did, or that I did, I should say. Oh, the inventory I did. Hold on, give me 2 seconds, guys. Because this thing is like plowed in your face. Alright. So here is things that I have in my pantry. This is the pantry part of it. Meaning like, obviously loaded potato box, lasagna, spaghetti, flour, cream of mushroom cans, that kind of stuff. This is the freezer portion of it. On this side. And let me lower this because it's just, so this is the freezer part, and this is the part that's a little concerning because it's a little low, right? These are like, where is it, where I put half is usually like if I buy a big bag of like, I don't know, let's say chicken legs, but I only use 8 of the chickens, but it came with like 12. Then obviously I put the other 4 in a smaller bag and I toss it in the freezer, right? So these are these half pieces, call them, right? Pieces. Man, radio is still loud. So pieces, this is pieces. It's not a whole entire portion of meat. So like I have half of the pork chop is actually, I did it in the wrong spot. It's like 2 pork chops. So that's not enough for me, my husband, and Bella. Half of the chicken leg, I think it was like 4 pieces of chicken legs. The chicken breast was actually just 1 piece of breast. Actually, this was 2 ribs, and 1 was 2 pork chops. So obviously I would have to mix it up, maybe do the pork ribs with the pork chop. Maybe that'll be enough for us. Then obviously I still got 2 cans of beans. I have some coconut cream and milk. I think it was like 2 coconut cream, 1 milk. I have a load of mac and cheese, ramen noodles. I have the spiral spaghettis. This is spaghetti. And then we have like enchilada sauce. We have a load of soup. I have cream of mushroom, cream of chicken. I have half of like spaghetti, half of lasagna. I have a couscous that I haven't used. Obviously we have a lot of muffin mix, that kind of stuff. So then we have some raw onions that we can use. I have some raw potatoes that I can use. Then the next page obviously is the canning portion of it. So let me show you that portion of it. And this portion obviously is the canning portion. So I have barbecue sauce, I have pickles, peppers, broth, beans, I have spaghetti sauce, I have sauerkraut, I have jelly apple, jelly jam, we have carrots still, we have still some potatoes, and I have lentils. We have some tomatoes. I have 1 sofrito, which is something that I'm testing out. It's not something that I'm gonna use, but I was canning all the jars. So pickled peppers. I would have to open one up to see if I can actually use these for cooking. I did pickle them, meaning I put pickle spices in it to try to pickle them, but Lexton is still going through his pickles, so we haven't opened the pickled peppers, and we have 4 of those. I have the lemon jams that I just did, the onion jam that I just did, and the pectin that I just did. So all in total for canning we have 158. So obviously here's the individual count and then this is the count here, and I wanted to confirm that I do have the exact amount. So with this stuff, obviously I am going to take this, and I'm not gonna bore you with it, and I'm gonna go in our regular notebook, our regular obviously meal planning notebook, and I'm gonna go in here, rewrite all this stuff on here, and then I'm gonna plan the next 4 weeks dinners and see what we got. So I'll be back. All right guys, I finished the week's planning, so here it is. This is the whole inventory that I wrote off. So as you can see, what I end up doing is, as I plan for the week, I scratch things off and make them, you know, obviously if I used 1 corned beef instead of 2, obviously I have 1. Duh. So like I do that for the whole entire 4 weeks, and I know I haven't done this in a while with you guys, but I figure a little recap don't hurt nobody. So week 1 is already planned for, and in the top portion what I ended up doing is everything that I need for that week. So starting this weekend, I'll go downstairs, grab everything from the freezers downstairs and bring them to the freezer upstairs, so I don't have to go up and down the stairs. So everything I need, if it's downstairs like the onion jam or anything like that, then I'll bring everything upstairs somewhere closer to me. And I planned every single week. So here's week 2, the same thing, whatever I need from the pantry somewhere close to me. Here's the whole entire list. I still have obviously things that I did not use, And then week 3, the same thing. And then week 4, I didn't put anything for Thursday because the weekend of the 24th, which is the last weekend of the month, we'll probably go grocery shopping. So it'll be Saturday the 23rd, and that's when I'll do another inventory, and I'll end up buying the things that I need. I did go and I want to show you, I did go in and used up as much of like the things that I'm trying to get rid of. The carrots, obviously the canned carrots are something that we don't like. Some of the potatoes, I don't want them to go bad because I just found out from one of you viewers, and thank you very much, I wasn't supposed to put the skin of the potatoes when I canned them. So far they've been okay. I've popped a few open to cook so they don't have any mold, right? And they don't smell like something is wrong with them. So far they're okay. But they're a couple of months old, and I don't want to 2 years from now have mold in them because of the skin. So now that I know that, I'm trying to use up as much as the potatoes that I have. I do have regular potatoes that I do have on hand now, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna can those, I don't know, today or tomorrow probably, and obviously take the skin off so those can last a little bit longer. I'm trying to use up things that are in a box that I'm never going to use again in my life, like the loaded potato boxes, the couscous, some of the lasagna, the half lasagnas I'm trying to use up. Things that are in can that I don't want to use, the beans that are in a can that I don't want to use. What else? The cream of mushroom, that kind of stuff, obviously I can make myself, but I don't know how to make it yet. So I want to use up all of the things here that are in actual cans, not the canning I want to use. So like the barbecue sauce, obviously we used up all the barbecue sauce. Now we created our own canned barbecue sauce, that kind of stuff. I have like a bunch of pepper. I do have like, I love pepperoncinis. I'm gonna try to grow some this year, so I do have one more jar left of pepperoncini. So I'm hoping that this year, in the harvest this summer, I'm able to do my own pepperoncini and I won't have to use that anymore. Obviously some stuff I had to use up. There's a lot of sauces that I have to use up, a lot of powder stuff that I need to use up, and that's what I ended up obviously putting in. I do have a lot of frozen vegetables that we haven't used that I need to use up. So obviously it says frozen veggies, is to bring up some frozen veggies from the basement here too, so whenever I have something to cook, I can go ahead and just whip up and saute some frozen veggies. Same thing for here, frozen veggies. Now I tend to rotate my colors for the month. So here is the next month, because obviously on the 23rd we will be doing a new inventory, and then obviously have meats, and obviously then 4 weeks out for the month of obviously May, we have 4 weeks, and then the last week of the month we do another inventory, and so on. So sometime when I plan out this month of May, that's when I'll go and I'll put June in here. So I don't want to go too far out just in case, but that's it. That's how I do my planning for cooking for the month. So next in the agenda is, very cold outside, but I do want to go plant my onions. So I think I'm going to do that before it starts raining. So I'm going to do that, but that won't be on this video. Because that's a planting video. Or maybe I'll put a little clip on there. I don't know. Maybe. I'll let you know. Alright guys, we're outside. I'm gonna plant garlic right here. Garlic right here. I already have some ginger, and we're gonna plant onions all across here. Hey guys, we're back here again, and right now we're gonna blend our almonds with the almond milk. So this has been soaking for a couple of hours, and now we're gonna blend it. It's all about the blend.
Are you making this one?
Making a video. It's all about the blend. Making almond milk.
Almond milk?
That's what it's supposed to be.
Enough almond milk?
No, I do not, and I do not have enough almond milk. And then tomorrow we're gonna put it in the Nama so it can make me some almond milk. I forgot to tell you, we put cinnamon, a dash of cinnamon. I like cinnamon. Cinnamon is good for diabetes as well, to lower your sugar, so I like cinnamon. And I put a dash of vanilla. And I gotta tell you, when I put this vanilla, it's not like the vanilla flavored almond breeze. It tastes differently. It tastes better. Then I put about 4 squirts of the stevia liquid for it to be a little bit sweeter. And now we're gonna let it be overnight. Then tomorrow, once it's soaked up, we're gonna come here and actually do it in the Nama tomorrow morning. That'll be the first thing I'm gonna do tomorrow morning, just so I can get it out of the way. But we still have another feeding for my starter, but it's bubbling up beautifully, so we're doing good. And the apples, bro, they're still dehydrating because they are still not hard. They are a little hard, but not like you're supposed to throw it on top and let it go bing, and it's not doing none of that. The little pieces are, but not the big pieces. So I put it in there for another 4 hours. And then later on tonight, around 7, 8, I'll feed my starter a same thing, a little scoop of the flour. And depending on the texture, the consistency, I might add a little bit of water, maybe not. Then tomorrow we will... So tomorrow morning the plan is for homesteading. We are doing the almond milk. We're gonna make our dough, because don't forget, then it has to rise overnight for it to be baked on Sunday. And I do have gardening stuff that I'm gonna do, but that's a whole different other video. And that's from my April recap of gardening. And then what else do we have to do tomorrow? I might can some potatoes, because I do have some potatoes that are going bad. So I'm gonna do the right way of doing the potatoes, which is peeling them, people. Peeling them and cooking them apparently is the right way of canning your potatoes. So I'm gonna try that tomorrow. I am going to be using the ones with the peel on them, as long as they're good. Don't forget, you give it the smell test. Smells okay, you're good to go, as long as they don't have any mold in it. You got to look for mold. So obviously if it has mold, it's not going to smell right. So I am still going to use those, but I do want to make some of the potatoes that I have there, because they are going bad. So, ooh, and the surprise that came in for the gardening video. So that'll be all later on tomorrow, and I will check you guys out in about 2 hours when I come back to feed the starter. I'm gonna end this video for today, but wait, am I gonna end this video for today? Do I have to do anything? Oh no, I lied. I do have to do one more feeding, so that's later. And the apples are still dehydrated, so it's been taking a little longer. I think because the apples were a little bit thicker this time. They were about this thicker because I used that machine. They're taking a little longer to dehydrate. So I feel a little creepy keeping that thing on all night. So I usually turn it off around 12. Then I return it on in the morning. So it actually been on 6 hours yesterday, 4 hours today, and then I just turned it on again for another 4 hours. So I want to say they were a little thicker this time, but they still feel mushy. They don't feel rock hard. So I will come back with you guys when I do my other feeding. That's all I got for today. Good morning. It's the next day, and today is Saturday. So we're doing yard work. Well, I'm doing yard work. I'm gonna feed my starter. I'm gonna check on my dehydrated apples. I'm gonna finish my almond milk, and we're gonna make our dough. Alright guys, so we did the almond milk. We fed the starter. And now it's early. So no more homesteading. I have to go do yard work. That's a different video. Alright guys, so while my lunch is cooking, some french fries, I'm gonna make the dough for the bread to bake tomorrow. Alright guys, my battery died, but it's very bubbly as you can see. We're gonna leave it for about an hour without touching it, and then after that we'll mix all the mixture, leave it settled it, put it on the bowl that we're gonna bake it in tomorrow. So we're gonna leave it alone. I'm done with this one, so I'm gonna put this one back in the fridge. Alright guys, still same day here. I had the starter going for about 2 hours at 6 p.m. So what I'm gonna do is finish the recipe, make it into a dough, and then let it rise for tomorrow. And then we're gonna bake it tomorrow. Alright guys, so here it is. I'm gonna cover it overnight. It should expand. As you can see, I did have some little difficulties, but this is the first time I did it on the machine. So I did pour more honey. I put a little bit of almond milk mixed in with the water, and I think it was another tablespoon of honey. And I still put in the egg. So let's see how it comes out. Hey guys, it's Sunday, and it has been a long weekend. So while I was trying to edit my video, it wouldn't let me edit because there's too many clips. So I want to apologize for that. I hope you enjoy watching what you were watching, but because of that I had to shorten some of these clips. And today's Sunday. We finished dehydrating the apples, we made our bread, and we canned the potatoes. So here is what we got for Sunday. Look at that bread, people. It looks so good. It smells good too. I literally just took it out of the oven. So here is our bread. Campbell, you want to try the bread? And here is the dehydrated apples. It made a whole entire quart, half gallon of apples. And then here is the potatoes. I'm very proud of the potatoes, actually. The potatoes look really good, except they look a little mush. I only cooked them for a little bit, so I'm hoping they don't get mushy, but they look pretty darn good, except that the water went out. I did fill up the water all the way to the top, and then now it's up to here. So don't forget, I'm new at this. For you canners out there, let me know if that's correct. The water does come out. Is it still gonna be good? I do have to say they look way better than the ones I have in the pantry right now. So I just have them covered. So let's recap why I have these covered. They just came out. So my potatoes look great. So we did our almond milk. Check. What did we learn about the almond milk? I put too many almonds for the amount of milk I was trying to make. I ended up doing 232 ounces. So what did we learn about the almond milk? We need 1 cup of almond with the 2-cup water ratio. Because then in between that, I couldn't show you the clip because I had to delete it, but within the Nama, you have to throw water in there while the almond is sort of like doing its thing in order for it to smoothly go through. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's why I ended up with more almond milk that I actually wanted. So going forward is a 1 cup almond, 2 cup water, right? The bread, what did we learn about the bread? The bread, the starter, I need to start on a Wednesday, not on a Thursday. Because I ended up baking this bread just now because of the fact that it needed to rise a little bit longer. I want to bake my bread in the morning on Sunday. So that means I need to push up my starter one day. So we did Thursday. So now we need to start our starter on a Wednesday, get it out of the fridge, put it out, start feeding it Wednesday night, so at least I can be able to make the bread mixture on Saturday so it can have all night, well, all day Saturday, all night sort of rising, so Sunday morning is available for me to put in the oven. Okay, the canned potatoes, I actually got it right. It looks pretty good. They look better than the ones I have in the can in there, I'll tell you that much. But I'm hoping they're not mushy or anything like that. I did cook them for about 5 minutes. I didn't cook them all the way. So I did do 5 minutes of cooking with salt. Then took them out of the water, obviously. And then poured brand new hot water in it. Which I didn't know you had to do that either until I read it online. And I canned it for the 35-40 minutes on the pressure canner. What else did we learn? Vinegar. Actually, the vinegar was fine. Nothing is wrong with the vinegar. I have to check it in 2 weeks. Stir it up. See how it is. If I don't like the flavor of it, I can still leave it for another 2 weeks. But technically in 2 weeks, you can stir it, strain it, and then leave it in the counter covered until you're ready for the vinegar on your taste buds. So that we won't be able to tell until 2 weeks from now. Dehydrating the apples. Actually, the apples never got rock hard. Came to find out that I didn't put the apples in water with lemon. And I think that was a key to making them hard. So next time we need to soak them in water with lemon, maybe a little bit of honey, something to make them a little bit sweeter, but they're still eatable. Lex has been eating them. They're not bad. I've been eating them with peanut butter. They're okay. They're just not crunchy. Like, crunchy. What else? That's it. So I hope you enjoyed this crazy weekend homesteading. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys out some other time for homesteading video because it is gardening time. So I probably won't have any time for homesteading videos. Sorry. But thank you for watching. God bless. Once again, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys out in some other video. Bye.